buzz all over the internet now in the sports world is who's the greatest point guard of all time, and the two names that's been popping up is Steph Curry and Magic Johnson. I mean, to me, it's a no-brainer. Ed, I know you got some stats. I don't need no fucking stats for this shit, but read them off anyway because it's good for the public to know. I'm gonna go read off the stats, make your case, and then we go to Q, and then I'll close it out. Y'all good with that?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Magic versus Steph. Who you got, nigga?
Well, obviously, Magic is before my time. I didn't get to see Magic in the 80s. I saw Magic maybe his last 2-3 years of the season when I was fresh to knowing basketball. But obviously, as a basketball connoisseur, you know what I mean, as an historian, you know what I'm saying?
Before my time too.
And you know what I feel like?
I was born, but I wasn't. I was a baby. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I just know for a fact that Magic Johnson hands down takes it. You know what I mean? Not just off of accolades alone. It's just, if you study the game of basketball, he changed the game of basketball from the point guard just being a boring position, just bounce pass, chest pass, you know what I mean? Setting the pick, blah, 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 blah. He became the master facilitator. You know what I mean? No look pass, making, Showtime Lakers. This guy came from winning a national championship, his last year with Michigan, jumping into the NBA rookie season. Boom, what he did, won an NBA championship. Now everybody could say they could do
Kareem
that.
Got hurt and he jumped in there. Yeah.
Exactly, took over the center position and the little baby skyhook. It was over. Lakers, even though I'm rocking the
special. That's special.
You know what I mean? And compare. And so I got the list here. You could compare the careers. Steph is going into his 14th year. Magic played 13. Magic got 5 titles. Steph got 4. Magic got 3 league MVPs. Steph got 2. Here's where Steph gets the advantage in the point production. Magic, they say he wasn't a shooter, but he still scored. He got 19.5 to Steph's 24.6.
Right.
Magic, obviously, he was like, what, 6'9", 6'8", 6'9"?
Yeah.
6'9". He averaged 11 rebounds to Steph's 4. This is where I say he was a massive facilitator, Magic Johnson. 11 assists, 11.2 assists to Curry 6.5. And that's why I'm saying, as a true point guard, your main objective is to make your teammates around you better. You know what I mean? Help them find the open shot, help them find the open lane, just move the ball accordingly. You know what I mean? To continue with comparisons, come on, it's just not fair because, first NBA team, you got Magic's 9 to Curry's 4. Top 3 MVP finishes, you got Magic's 9 to Curry's 3. Finals MVP. No, finals appearances, I apologize. You got Magic's 9 to Curry's 6. Titles.
No contest.
Yeah, exactly. You got, Magic won 5, Curry won 4, and Magic won 3 finals MVP to Curry just winning his most recent one 2 seasons ago. It's just not fair. This dude even left the NBA because he was HIV positive, came back for the All-Star game because the fans voted him. And what'd he do? He won the All-Star game MVP. Like, come on, that's the end of the discussion right there to me. Like, you just don't do shit like that.
Yo, that one, oh man, I hate to say this, man. I just got to be honest with you, man. And there's no disrespect to Magic. I love Magic. But when he came back, I remember that All-Star game. Karl Malone was like, are you going to take an elbow from this? This is when we were uneducated and ignorant about HIV back then. It was still fairly new. Everyone was like terrified. He was, not to cut you out, he was the first nigga to put a smile on the face of HIV, so to speak. Right? It was like a disease that crackheads and dope fiends got, and to see Magic got it when everyone was like, yo, Magic got this shit. The nigga smiling. But when he came back for the All-Star game,
motherfuckers were scared.
I think niggas was letting that nigga drive down the lane.
But
this nigga like this type.
If you go back and watch,
I watched that All-Star game too. Live.
So, you know who you got to give mad respects to. Even now that you mentioned Karl Malone, that Karl Malone was like more on the ignorant side. He was uneducated at the time.
He kept it a buck. He was the only nigga that said something.
But also he was uneducated. You know who was the realest motherfucker on that opposition? Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman guarded him like his life depended on it.
Dennis Rodman's all about that defense. He don't give a fuck what you got.
He didn't get. Dennis Rodman was probably thinking, I probably got that shit too, B.
Exactly. Yeah. You joke around. You never know, dog. You never know. Shit. Fuck around. Look at Tommy
Rodman, a crazy dude, B. Dennis Rodman's a maniac, B.
Yeah,
wild niggas.
Nobody was educated on HIV back in the days. Look at Tommy Morrison. Tommy Morrison fought with that shit. Like nobody knew Tommy Morrison had that shit until he said it. I think he got fumbled. But anyway, at the end of the day,
I want to say something. I don't want to catch no shadow ban, but you guys know what the fuck's up. You know somebody doesn't have something any motherfucking more, and I'll leave it at that, guy.
Oh shit. Yo, but one thing I do say is that they were both the type of player that transitioned the league. Magic, was one of those players with him and Bird that brought back the hype
run back the league, no question.
Yeah, exactly.
You said it right. Yeah,
you know what I mean. He could play all 5 positions, but no disrespect to Curry. Curry transitioned.
He could play all 5 positions for real. Like people say that a lot, but he really could do that.
He proved in his rookie season. They won that last game because he played the center position. Like as a rookie, that's a natural born leader. I forgot who said this Bob Cousy quote that says when you cross midcourt, your first objective is to get a teammate a good shot, and that's the true definition of a point guard.
Yeah.
Now going into Curry, I'm not trying to take too much time, fellas. I apologize.
No, you're good. But speak on it.
Curry transitioned the game that he took that main moniker that point guards had, that pass first. So you know what? Let me be the dude to dominate. He's a marksman shooter. Greatest shooter I ever seen with these 2 pairs of eyes. Greatest shooter, and I see some shooters in my life. He
number 1, and his teammates number 2, in my opinion.
Exactly, the Splash Brothers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
His dribble penetration, no homo. His dribble penetration is like no other. It's just
his dribble penetration. I love it, guy. Big pause.
But the way
but real quick, what is he dribbling?
The basketball.
I just felt like I had to clear that up. All right.
Dribble on the balls after the penetration.
Dribbling in bad balls.
Oh,
super pause. Yo,
Hey, you wildin'.
Oh, we got you. Yo, we clipping that, nigga. We
just got. You had to see what it was, son. You was looking down. Oh, we're gonna revert back to that.
Yeah.
I was looking down on my nose. I didn't know it looked like I was looking down on my nuts, son.
But guess.
Keep going.
But the way this guy dribbles a basketball, he's a magician, and he transitioned that part of the game too from that perspective. Even though we had a lot of point guards like Jelly, Ron Strickland, Nick the Quick, Iverson. There's people that transitioned the game before him. But the way he comes across, like he dribbles the basketball like he was a like a freaking shooting guard. You know what I mean? This guy will come and pull up from the logo. Point guards weren't allowed to do that. They were not allowed to do that.
Before it was logo Lillard, Steph was doing that.
Exactly. From like 38 feet. You were only allowed to cross midcourt. Make sure you find the right pass for your teammate. This dude.
What did LeBron say? You gotta guard Steph when he get off the bus.
Exactly. So this guy will come, boom, boom, 2-3 dribbles, launch it. You know what I mean? This guy transitions the game that everybody has to shoot threes now. Every single body in every 5 positions in basketball now has to learn how to shoot the 3 because of how he transitioned the game.
Facts. Q, talk to me.
Nah, I agree, and that's why I give it to Magic. But that's why, and I give it to him not only just based on accolades, it's just on how they evolutionize basketball. Yeah. Like to me, man, I'm 5'6", man. Like I like to see that passing and creating the shit. Like I wasn't no shooter all the time, but you have to shoot. And now this whole basketball type of style of. Man, now everybody has to shoot threes, which is, the reason why the Heat lost. The Heat beat the Knicks. Everybody shooting threes. Everybody shooting threes. Bobby Portis. This is crazy, man. Like, I've never seen the type of people. I feel like there's eventually going to be a dude with 9 feet going into the NBA and be like, yo, man, I'm shooting. Doing crazy turnovers. Like, what the fuck, yo? Like, yo, that shit don't hurt your knees when you
9'6". He's a 3-point specialist.
And watching what Magic was doing with his teammate, because his team is Yo, that's a dynasty.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the same way the Warriors had a dynasty, and the Bulls had a dynasty.
Yes.
I like Magic's team better and the Bulls team better, and the way they played, and you know, and the way they just meshed together, and how aggressive it was as opposed to, you know, and that's why, you know, let's be honest, that's why Steph Curry has more points, because he needs to score more, and that's why he has least assists, because you know, people, when you passing the team to shooters, when you got Klay Thompson and Steph Curry, man, the other three dudes in the court are probably looking for your ass and Klay Thompson to probably score the next point. You know, you're not gonna get no assists, but I can't knock anything he does. I just really think, in my opinion, it's the style of play. You know, like I like that AI Iverson, man, dribbling it to the fucking, taking it to the rim, and you know, whoever it is, man, I'm gonna try to disrespect them every time, man. And you know, who's to say that Allen Iverson can't shoot? I'm pretty sure if he really wanted to, anybody can do whatever they want if they practice enough. You know what I mean? If you're telling me Steph Curry got this good without practicing from fucking the foul line, from half court all the time, then you know, you sadly mistaken. That shit just became accustomed to him, you know. But that's just my 2 cents, you know. Like, regardless of the accolades, just looking at the stats itself, that's why when you guys brought up the topic, I was like, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Like, you could just show the images of what they've done, and even if you want to bring up their best teams or worst teams and their teammates, man, like these guys accomplished a lot. Obviously, accomplished more. And I appreciate his style more. Like, tell me, man, like, you know how hard it must be to fucking guard Magic Johnson 6'9", bro? Yo, man.
Imagine you like a Mark Price or somebody, like, you know, like those guys that used to play him, trying to guard him. And I agree. There was one thing that I don't know if y'all saw. Jordan hit up Coon Smith, and he was like, yo,
it's Magic.
He's a great shooter. He might be the greatest shooter of all time, but pump your brakes. Your career's not even over yet.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
he said he co-signed Magic.
Yeah, come on now. And this was Magic's rival. You know what I mean? If a Magic's rival saying this, you know what I mean? And to be honest, maybe
but they buddies now. They're
good buddies now.
And to his credit, he's cool with Steph too. He plays golf with Steph too. So
you know, and he's from Charlotte. You know, he's from Charlotte. Steph grew up in Charlotte because of his dad. You know, etc. But like, just me reading the accolades alone in 13 seasons. Compared to Steph, that's why Steph has to pump his brakes, because he doesn't even reach, you know, Magic Johnson's ankles yet.
And Steph actually, because I think we glossed over this. Steph actually said this to Gilbert Arenas, right?
Yeah.
He said, "Who's the best point guard of all time?" Steph said, "It's me."
I mean, I don't blame him for saying that, because you gotta be ballsy. You know, you gotta, you know, think yourself as number one. But kiddo, come on, kiddo. Like,
man, like, this is my last thing I'm gonna say, man. Like, I can understand you gotta have the ultimate confidence in yourself, and you can look at the stats and all this shit. But yo, let's be honest. Magic Johnson, he played 13 seasons. Dude retired for 3 years and came back. Now, if he doesn't retire, the question is still a question mark. If Michael Jordan never leaves, and is Michael Jordan winning 7 straight? Exactly. Or is Magic Johnson winning a sixth ring? You know, man, like these are.
Mike had that. That was Mike's time. Mike had that shit on lock. Let's keep it a buck. That was Mike's time. Even Magic could take Mike's to go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's no level above that nigga right now. Yeah, let's keep it a fact. You know what I'm saying? The Don Dada, 100%. Roughest, toughest Don Dada.
The baddest rascal. You know what I mean?
I murder for fun. You want to rump with me?
Don't bring no scared business in my home.
Don't bring no scared business in my home, DMX.
That's Jordan for you, man.
Facts. Well, listen, let me give my 2 cents on this shit. Ed, to your point earlier, Magic was popping in the 80s. I was still running around in dirty fucking Pampers and shit like that, or you know what I mean, like towards the end of his career, 88, 89, 90, I started getting into basketball. I started watching basketball at 87. That's gonna date me, but whatever. So I saw a couple of championships. I saw the battles between the Pistons. I saw Mike beat him. And I got the gist of what Magic was doing. Magic was still in his prime at that point. You know what I'm saying? So I got to see him play, and I had the luxury of seeing Steph play too. Listen, I don't even need stats. I told you this, guys, earlier. I don't even need stats on this one. This is the eye test all the way for me. The only thing is I don't want to shit on Curry to uplift Magic, because they both are great fucking players, man. Listen, Steph Curry's a Hall of Famer, man. To me, He moved himself into one of the top 10 players of all time. Arguably, we can debate the order at some later point on the show or another time of the show, right? That's not really the point, but Magic was different, man. Granted, they both revolutionized the game. Before Magic, you never really saw. Matter of fact, you never saw a point guard, a big nigga running a fucking break. They used to make the tall niggas in school post up down low. Even if you were like you know what I mean, just post up down low. We don't want to hear from you.
Just get down on the block, you know.
Right. Then after Magic, you see dudes like Tracy McGrady, Anthony Hardaway. Ben Simmons is like 6'11".
He's fucking 6'10", 6'11".
Yeah, niggas like Kevin Durant. These niggas ain't no pointers, but they guards who get out on a break. Yeah. Even Luka. Luka's a 6'7" point guard. You see big point guards after him. You didn't see that before Magic, right? Mm-hmm. So he revolutionized the play of the point guard 100%. Yo, we were bugging like, yo, this nigga's a 6'9" point guard, running down, doing no look passes, getting his teammates involved. Yo, Magic used to get busy, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
So to me, Magic is the best point guard of all time. Like you said, 5 championships, clutch, hit big fucking clutch shots and big clutch moments.
Yes, sir.
Now, like both you guys said, let's not get it twisted. Steph Curry also revolutionized the game many years later, but the nigga revolutionized basketball, man.
Yes, sir.
Before Steph, it was above the rim game. Mm-hmm. You know, you had LeBron, Russell Westbrook, T-Mac, Kobe, Blake Griffin. You know, the list goes on and on and on. Vince, VC. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Allen before he became a shooter.
Yeah, you know, just niggas played above the rim. Like I said, the list goes on and on. But when this kid comes in, he invents playing under the rim and shooting. And the thing, and people have brought up this point before, but the little white kid in Idaho, he can't relate to LeBron James catching and dunking off the backboard and shit. He you know what I'm saying? But when Steph, he could shoot a 3 all fucking day in his backyard.
Exactly.
So, you know what I mean? So you start to see the game change. You start to see everything. There was no there was analytics guys, but now it's like a 3. It's a 3. There's like the analytics are a 3-point shot or a dunk or the most high percentage shots. It wasn't like that before. You know what I'm saying? Steph changed the whole fucking game. I'm like, I think you said this. Now you go to the fucking park. Everybody running into the 3-point line. Nobody even does layups anymore. Everybody's shooting fucking threes.
No, you got a fast break on a transition. Shoot a 3 instead of going all in.
It's amazing. Yeah, 3-on-1 fast break, right? Mm-hmm. Before you pull up on a 3-on-1 fast break from half court, you getting benched for the whole quarter. You know what I'm saying? The coaches ain't having that shit. Now it's like normal. It's normalcy, right? So, yo, man, so you got to give Steph his props, man, for being iconic and revolutionized the game. Now,
yes, sir.
Is he better than Magic? He's not better than Magic as a point guard, right? Because what you said, Bob Cousy said the object of a point guard is to what? Get his teammates involved. I'm paraphrasing something like that. Get him good shots and all that.
Yes, sir.
Steph doesn't really do that as much.
No, he doesn't.
Steph to me has like the second best handle in the league, right? Mm-hmm. But Steph's main objective is to just put up points.
Exactly.
Magic definitely is the true essence of the meaning of point guard is Magic Johnson. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
but
yes.
I like these comparisons, man. We were gonna actually do Dwayne Wade versus Iverson. Well, let's hopefully do that next week. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's gonna be a good one too.
That's gonna be good. You know what I'm
saying? That's a tough one.
That's a tough one. I want to. Let's try to do one. Let's try to do one every week. Let's try to do one a comparative analysis on 2 great players.
And not even basketball, man. Let's do it between, everything. Do it between football. Let's even bring it to
basketball is the easiest because it's 1-on-1. Mm-hmm. Like you could compare like T.O. to what's Randy Moss, but they never guarded each other.
Yeah,
so it's a little bit easier with basketball, but you can still do it though with the numbers. Let's do it like you said. Let's do it all the different sports, and let's take a motherfucking shot for Magic and motherfucking Steph.
Word.
You know why Steph wins? Because he's light skinned, and light skinned.
How many more years you think Steph Curry got in him?
All right,
that's another thing. Good point. I think he got. That's another thing. Steph Curry not even finished writing his story either. That's another thing.
But that's the thing that you could tell the difference of generational players too, because back then you had to play 3 to 4 years in college now, Steph was what, one and done, or he did 2 years.
We went to Davidson, right, or some shit like that.
Yeah, he went to Davidson for like 2-3 years, so he had the option to both. That's the thing about with these guys having more longevity now in their careers. Both from college or way earlier. So that's why I put a halt on that when it comes to that. But
I think Steph has a good at peak value, at like prime value. I think he had 3 years.
3 years? I give him 4.
Years.
I give him 4.
I think he has 4 years, but I think at peak level play, I think he's probably 3.
Because now
he's at the height of his powers.
I think 3 too.
Yeah.
And
I think he says he says he got one more run in him. You saw Clay Thompson on the Paul George podcast, and he was like, Steph called him up and said, "Yo, we got one more run in us." So they going for another chip this year.
And now they got a real point guard on that team, so they got a depth lineup set up.
They got CP. I want to see how that works out.
I want to see that depth lineup. That's what they call it, depth. Like not depth like it, like depth, like depth, like over for you, depth lineup. Yeah. If you got a CP3, Curry, they could put Wiggins at the 3. Draymond
should start though.
I'm just saying, like,
CP thinks he's gonna start. He said it. He goes,
if he starts and you put Steph as the shooting guard, like that's not fair.
But again, that's the whole Jalen Brunson, Donovan Mitchell situation, right?
I think that's too small. You're gonna have Chris Paul, then you have Steph Curry, and then you're gonna have Klay Thompson, bro.
Oh no, the 3 will be Wiggins, and Klay might come off the bench. That's if they run that kind of lay. I know, but Klay is at the point in his career that he don't mind taking a step down and letting somebody like Wiggins, come off the bench. For
vitalize that second unit and vitalize that second. We'll see. Like, I think ideally, I mean, it doesn't matter who starts the game; it matters who finishes the game. So, I'm interested to see how that dynamic is gonna work. But
I can't wait.
Yeah. CP3 is a true point guard. Like he's more of a facilitator than Steph Curry. I'll keep it a buck. My opinion.
100%. Yeah, and he don't even come close to Magic neither.
Kind of accolades, championship wise accolades that Steph will be having. This conversation will be totally different. It'll be CP3 and Magic, and I think CP3 will probably be closer to Magic because he's a true facilitator, a true point guard, but he doesn't have the accolades that Steph has when it comes to championship caliber basketball.
I think LeBron is closer to Magic than anybody, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I always thought that LeBron was the prototype, was like the second coming of Magic, but everybody always want to compare LeBron to Jordan, and they both had 2 different games.
I think Magic was the prototype, and LeBron came back as a perfect cyborg.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, yo, you play fucking 20 seasons at high level of ball, man. That's something. I don't know, man.
The Lakers might be good because this nigga Austin Reeves is doing this thing in the motherfucking in the FIBA shit or whatever.
I told you. I was calling him Shooter McGavin.
Yeah, he's doing McGavin, man. Anthony Edwards is really doing this fucking thing too. Yeah, they benched Jalen in the last game, but that's cool for Halliburton. But it's cool. Listen, man. Yo, man, we can sit here all night and talk shit. Yo, let's take a shot for what we doing. Take a shot for this is drunk fucking sports for Curry and Magic, nigga.
Curry and Magic.
I'm gonna be fucked. Oh, I don't gotta get up early tomorrow too, so I'm gonna drink the whole fucking night, nigga. Take a shot for me not having to get up early.
Yeah, we're gonna take a shot for no early run.
Salud.